Hey everyone, out here messing with my Chinese mini skid. I got a cover for it. This is supposed to be one that covers the cab and you can operate, or you can roll down the sides and totally black the thing out and protect it. So they have limited selections on Amazon, limited dimensions. This machine is a AGT QH12, really narrow across the top this way, and it's not real big the other direction there either. So I tried to pick one that had roughly, the best dimensions, which they're probably sized better for like a Kubota U17 or Bobcat E20, it seems like. But yeah, I laid it all out, tried to get the plastic to flatten out a little bit because that clear plastic gets really stiff when it's cold. So I let it sit out flat for a while, rolled up two of the ends. I don't know if they're the sides, I don't know if they're the ends or what. Rolled them up so I could throw this on top, and then I'll start pulling down the sides and figure out the orientation of this, because it is longer on one side than the other. And I didn't measure that before I dragged it out here. I just brought it out and threw it on the roof, and so I'll unfurl it here and see how it fits. Okay, there's three sides unfurled, and if you inspect them, you get the clear part here and a little shade part there that snaps down, and then it rolls up, attaches there. This rolls up and attaches there, but this one also has a zipper around the perimeter of the clear. So that would be the front, so that you could take it all the way open for ventilation and for visibility if it was fogging up or something. Haven't checked the other side, haven't rolled it down. Maybe they have it mirror imaged, where it has a zipper in that part too over there. I don't know. I'm gonna pivot this around and then review some more. All right, here's the cover pivoted around. It's obviously designed for a bigger roof. So here's the roof seams right here. So much wider roof, a little bit longer roof. Continue around, show the seams there. Front side here. That's the one that has the zipper window in it. This is obviously way long for this machine. They have a shorter skirt on the back to clear your exhaust, but not on this machine. The exhaust is way up there. So I already had planned on rolling that up, putting some clips on it, using magnets, etc. to try and square this up and hold it on. So I'll work on that, see if I can get this thing to fit halfway decent. I'll be back. I am continuing the fitment here, making adjustments. So I rolled up the back so it's all the way above the whole engine compartment there. Threw a couple magnets on the back of the seat, hold that in, and then I have this set of tools here. One is just a square end, basically socket to do my quick release on the bucket, and then the other is a square concrete stake, but that works good for me for getting the tracks back on, because it'll ride through the spool just fine, and get that on there. So that's magnetic, so that's helping hold that in, hopefully seal some of the fumes there. Some fumes will come up through, I'm sure, in this engine compartment. So I have a carbon monoxide sensor that I'll be using to check this thing. I rolled up the side on an angle so I can let a little bit of air come through if I put my fan on, because my fan draws from this side, blows across the engine if I need it, and I can adjust that. Colder weather, I can shut that down if I don't need it, if there's enough air just coming in from the rear portion. But one of the things I just noticed was, you can have your clear side here, but when you roll up the shade part, there's no way to clip it up there. It has a strap, but it's just a male one. The female ones are inside. They are, oh hell, you can see it there. Female ones, gee, that doesn't show up very well at all, this lighting. They're on the inside, so that means you have to roll up the whole side and then clip it. So there should be actually a male and a female connector up here so that you could roll up just the exterior part, and I'll see how that is the rest of the way around this thing, if they're all the same or what. And I will continue. Alright, the roll-up portion of this is definitely the same all the way around. There are no male ends to clip into up top here, so I've just been taking the two elastic female ends up there, the male ends there, tied them together, and that's what I'm going to do over here. There's one hidden back here, that one there, one under it here. I will just tie those together. Then in the corners, there are some straps in there that are supposed to go to the corners of your ROPS cage. Used to off-road stuff, I call it a cage. So yeah, this, not going to make it in the corners, but I'll tie it off somewhere to help stabilize the whole thing from shifting side to side. But there are some down at the bottom here also. So I think I'm going to fold this part up inside and tie it to the crossbars here, get my slack right, and get the fold to where it's, I have just enough hanging down that I need. The rest will be up inside, tied off there. And I'll just keep plugging away on fitment here. Still fitting. Kind of ridiculous, seems like, but yeah, it's not made for this machine. So I ended up using those little tie-ins down at the bottom of the ROPS instead of up here at the cross piece, because it was pulling that bottom part up too high. So that'll hold it there, and it's just folded up underneath. A couple magnets across the front. The control console seems to hold it pretty good there. And zipper for in and out. I have to crawl into this baby, the zipper only goes so high because this overlaps so much on the roof. It'd be higher up if you got a taller machine. I think most of those other ones are, 7 feet 8 inches tall, somewhere around there, the U17s and E20s. I'm going to take this part off now, roll up the back so I have the clear window part, and figure out more of my clips and my magnets and try and get dialed in a little bit better, and then go in and tie the inside corner ties on the ROPS, get all that secured. Okay, it's about as good as it's going to get. I'll get a little more adjustments on it once I roll it out of here, and I'll get some better lighting, better footage of this. A little rough looking in here. It'll get the job done. It's not perfect. And I'll add some info in the video description of it. The link on Amazon. It was one of the smaller ones I could find, so it seemed like it might be adequate. And I guess it will be for just keeping the cold off me a little bit when it's a cold, windy day. As I said, the sides I have up on an angle. Stuck a magnet to it there to hold that corner in. Added more clips on the back to tuck the corners there. Visibility out of it's going to be what it's going to be, but should keep the cold wind off. Like I said, I'll run the carbon monoxide detector and see if it's getting stuff in there. Assume a lot of times I'll probably have that front plastic all the way open, because once you got 3 sides covered, the wind doesn't really come in and get you that much, as long as it doesn't have a way to escape if it's pretty well closed off around the sides, which it seems to be at this point. I won't be able to tell until I get out in cold weather and test it, and I'll at least get this out in the sun probably tomorrow and get some better shots of this and finish off the video. All right, little view from the inside. I still need to get this out of the Connex. You have better lighting. Obviously, depending on angles of lighting and whatnot, get some reflection on here. Most of the time, I think this front one will be open anyway for ventilation, at least to a certain extent. And I may have to extend straps to get it to where I can keep it at a certain level that I like, make it more adjustable. And I got to tie off the. I got the corner straps here. I need to tie them off on here to keep this shifting from side to side. And I may add a couple magnets across the roof, since it is a metal roof on this one. But getting in and out, it wasn't too bad. It's not a lot of room on the little QH12 anyway, but I think this will be pretty decent. Should be. And it'd be nice if these sides had a little more adjustment too, to roll them where you wanted for a little shade protection if the sun is on you too much. And then you can roll up all the clear and just use the black out there basically as a roof and a little bit of shade, keep the sun off the back of your neck or whatever too. I'll continue with this as I test it out, finish off my video. Quick little fueling segment using this cover. So all I did was take off my magnetic part, what I had across there, that little bar, off of there, unclip 2 clips, and take and push this inside there. Actually pulled the 2 magnets off the back of the seat, flip the seat forward, and then stuck the magnets on the back, holding that out of the way so I could fuel. Simple enough.